Okay, welcome to the decorating stage of the January bowl project. We've got a bowl and we're going to cover it with two types of tissue paper. You can prepare the tissue paper. It will rip in one direction relatively cleanly and not in the other, and so you can find that out by testing. So you can get it in strips. And then with those strips, let me draw this one in here. You can take scissors and cut it into pieces, sort of the same size as the pieces that we were using for the construction, pieces of paper we used for construction. Okay, and I will get a bunch of this ready and then we'll start decorating. Okay, now I've cut up some tissue paper. I've got the red one that I started with. I've got this gold one, which will be a second color that we'll put on this bowl. You know, these are this tissue paper. This is easy to find. I got this just at the local dollar store, Dollarama. You can do this with your hands. It's a little bit easier if you have this cheap brush that I have. So I'm going to get a little spot, a little bit wet. I'm going to just grab a piece of paper with the end of the brush and I'll smear it down. Okay, and then there's a layer. And one of the interesting things about tissue paper, instead of just paint, is that you get a nice pattern that comes. It'll be more obvious when it's dried, where the pieces of tissue paper have overlapped. There's a darker color, and triple overlap, you know, changes as well. You want to get, you know, some regions of single, some regions of double coverage, and then past triple, it usually doesn't change much. And if you are cleverer than I am, you could, you know, try and get some sort of pattern. But I just do it with sort of random pieces. I get sort of random tilings of this kind of different color. And I will keep going with the red, and then I'm going to do gold on the top and on the inside, and then you'll see how it turns out. Okay, here we go. We've got a bowl. I thought red and gold would be good colors. If you're really observant, you'll notice that there's two different types of gold in the upper part and in the lower part. That's a rookie mistake. Like when you buy paint, you should make sure you buy enough so that you can cover the whole wall, because when you go back, you might get something of a slightly different shade. But I'm going to say this is a little bit of a feature that you can take advantage of. Different shade could be good. Anyway, quite happy with that. When you let this dry, this could be something you could give light use. But I'm going to finish the other two bowls, and then all three of them I'm going to coat with a varnish, which will make them much more durable. It's optional, but recommended, as I said at the beginning. So we're on day 4. This first bowl has dried. Again, you could be done. I'm going to save it for tomorrow when the other two bowls are dried, and we'll add on the protective coating. This bowl is still damp. I did with 3 different colors of tissue paper. You can see there's a nice pattern, kind of a flame thing going on with that one. And then I have some rainbow confetti tissue paper with some accents with black paper. We've had fairly simple decorative techniques so far. later episodes in the series, show you some other things. If you are impatient, you can have a look at my website for some of the other things I've done. If you want to get a head start decorating bowls with additional techniques. Okay, welcome to optional day 5. Optional because you will need to get some polyurethane. It's not cheap unless you are already totally committed. I would say get a small tin to start. It's also the least kid and cleanup friendly aspect of it, although make sure when you get this that you get the water cleanup version. Otherwise you're doing paint thinner, and I always find that too much. There's different versions. This particular one, and I didn't get it on purpose, is one that is quite thick, and so you only need one coat. All the other ones that I purchased before, you have to have 2 coats. You have to do 1 coat, let it dry for a while, and then a second. It does take 24 hours to dry completely, but it's dry enough after a couple of hours to pick it up and work the other side. So you can see I make a mark on the, okay, I can't tell whether it'll be right side up or not. On the bottom, like a potter, I came to this craft through pottery experience. That's optional, and then you can put a coat of this stuff on. The advantage of the kind that's thinner, where you need 2 coats, is it's a little bit more forgiving. If you miss a spot in the first coat, you can always catch up on the second. With this, you have to be a little bit more careful. Anyway, I'm going to go around as far up as I can get, but then I'll let it dry like this for a couple of hours. I'll turn it over, I'll do the top and the inside, let it dry a couple of hours, and then I'll show you the result of this one and the other ones that we have waiting. Okay, we're ready to finish off this piece. I should have said in the first part, remember to clean your brushes with water. You've got a water-based polyurethane. Clean your brushes and any surfaces that's gotten some of this coating on it. You'll want to clean those thoroughly before it dries, because after that you're not getting it off. Okay, I'll just finish this one off. Do the other ones. Let this dry, and in a couple hours we'll check and see how it's done. Okay, let's see how these things turned out. The coating, this polyurethane, gives them some extra structure and durability. I've only left this a couple of hours. You'll want to leave it 24 hours before you really use it. But after that, you can wipe it clean with the damp cloth. I like to joke, it's not dishwasher safe. And you know, you can put crackers, nuts, popcorn, all kinds of things like that in here. You can make a fruit bowl. Then it's important to have this coating and make sure that your fruit doesn't rot in it. So here is one of our other bowls, and then here's our last one. Of course, I was quite happy with how this one turned out. This is a design I've done before. I like these warm I typically save up a bunch of stuff to coat at the same time, since you have to dig out the brushes and the tin of stuff and wash things in between. So I'll show you some of the other things I made this round. I've got some kind of stylistic flower petals that are going to be flowers in a vase. I've got this this jewelry box with the lid that actually fits. Okay, that's tricky to do. I have this treetop star. This is my second attempt to figure out a fixture that you can put on top of the tree. This one actually works, at least it does on my test broomstick. And then finally, I have some a set of rainbow hearts for Valentine's Day or Pride. Of course, if any of these things are interesting to you and you'd like to commission me to make something, I would love that. And the information for how to contact me and the kinds of things that I do, besides what you've seen, are on my website, and I'll flash that up in this video. This has been fun, this January project. I hope you will join me for February, when we will be making little jewelry boxes out of milk cartons or a cereal cardboard if you don't have a suitable milk carton. So I look forward to seeing you in February.